Hello there, all you YouTubers and bit shooters and library folks and whatnot. Anarcho Highlander here, checking in. It's been a couple of months, but so much has been happening, you know. I mean, I've had a lot happen in my personal life, had a lot happen in my financial life. A lot of politics happening, I guess, that I'm not paying too much attention to. I think it's probably been since before the old DC, what did they call it? The terrorist attack on Washington, DC, since I checked in. But yeah, just plodding along here. I mean, what's going on in society? You know, I'm not letting it affect me too much. Still trying to live life as normal as possible in this pandemic, the end of the world. Yeah, I mean, life is pretty good. I mean, can't complain too much. My kids are playing hockey. My daughter's starting soccer soon, and my son's joining a gymnastics. My middle son is joining a gymnastics corps, and you know, we start the spring hockey leagues, the tournament leagues coming up in the next couple weeks. Just got done with all my kids' birthdays. You know, it's kind of crazy because you know, we have Christmas, and I have one of my kids' birthdays is in January, another kid's birthday is in February, and then the other kid's birthday is in March. So we just get pummeled peeling out Federal Reserve notes to pay for gifts and, you know, things like this. The lake was frozen this year, so we were able to do some ice skating, got some snow in the winter time, so we were able to do some sleigh riding. My oldest, my 11-year-old, had his first sleepover for his birthday last Friday, so just living life, you know. Found a good church that doesn't require masks when you go in. Had a meeting with the elders from the church that I'm still a member of that I don't go to anymore, talking about how there's good possibility going to be switching our membership to an associate membership, so we don't unseat our membership while we're attending the new church that is a lot more liberty-minded and mask-free. Isn't interested in bowing to every whim of the government, which I'm thankful for. The elders in the church that I don't go to anymore, but I'm still a member of, are very much Romans 13 orientated, very much, you know, licking boot orientated, restrict as the government prescribes, and I'm not too keen on that. I don't even feel like I can trust them with the way that they've been acting and the things that I've been hearing from the pulpit. You know, it just feels like, you know, if government were ever to, you know, say we want to see the records on your membership, you know, that they would sell us down the river in a second. It's kind of sad, actually, but that's just the way it goes. I really love that church. I was baptized in that church, and I've been a member there for a really long time. I underwent church discipline in that church, came back to that church after that. Do a lot of things right, but it was a big eye-opener when COVID happened, and see the way the eldership reacted to that. But anyway, so I've seen about, let's see, my crypto portfolio. But I got about $84,000 into it now, and that most of that was invested in early January, and so now I'm looking at my Exodus soft wallet, and I can see that my portfolio has grown from $84,000 to about $150,000. So I've got about 1.7 Bitcoin, and I've got about, well, I don't know how much Ethereum I have, but I bought quite a bit of Ethereum, bought quite a bit of Litecoin and Chainlink. I bought a very, very small amount, like $50 worth of XRP, and probably about $50 worth of ADA. And just talking about getting my income taxes done, and since I'm still working on my legacy system of having my taxes collected through my employer's paycheck, and I usually file kind of on the low end when it comes to dependents and things like this. I have a forced savings that ends up coming back to me every year. This is probably $5,000 plus, around between $5,000 and $7,000. And and then we got the stimulus checks happening. I got 5 people in my household at $1,400 a person, looking at about $7,000 at least, I'd say. If it goes the way it looks like it's going. It could also go to, if you have a child under 5, I think you get $3,600 for that child in my household. So I have that too. Looks like I could be getting anywhere between $7,000 and $11,000 for the stimulus check. Uh-oh. Printer goes burr. Money printer goes burr. and it all goes into crypto. Yeah, I'm probably going to be buying some Monero with that money I have coming from the government, some of that government cheese. I'm going to go and buy some real money with it. I'm going to go convert it into Monero, because Monero's looking pretty good. I don't know, but everybody's saying that the extra added privacy and security that you have with Monero is going to make people who liked Bitcoin for privacy and security reasons very appealing, because Bitcoin is possibly not what we thought it is. That Monero is going to be more like Bitcoin, what it was intended to be. So we'll see what happens, of course, but I'm going to be buying some Monero, no doubt about that. I'll still be holding my Bitcoin. I might buy some more Bitcoin too, try to round it off at 2 Bitcoins if I can. Bitcoin's so expensive these days, but I'm told that if you could buy $500 worth of Bitcoin today, that's about 0.0081 Bitcoins, that in 10 years you could be a millionaire. The numbers go as they're projected, and I'm not surprised to hear that. So it doesn't even hurt to buy a small amount of Bitcoin, because you can buy Bitcoin pretty much at any denomination you want to. It divides, many, many zeros to the right of the decimal point, and so you can buy it in very small amounts. But even if you bought $500 worth of Bitcoin today, in 10 years, you'd be a millionaire. You have $1 million. So it's still worth it to invest in Bitcoin, even if you're not a whale, even if you can only afford to buy a couple $100 worth. And I would definitely encourage you to do that, because what's going to happen is all the people with a lot of money, all the whales they call them, all the big dogs, when they're going to be fighting over Bitcoin. And so if you're getting in now and they're fighting for the Bitcoin, 2 or 3 years down the road, that's when it really is going to skyrocket. Talk about Bitcoin to the moon. How about Bitcoin to Mars, or Bitcoin to Jupiter, or Saturn, or Pluto? Even though they say Pluto doesn't exist, I don't even know. I don't even know what's out there in space, because I'm only going by what they tell me. I've never been out there myself. I've never seen it myself with my own 2 eyes. I just see the pretty pictures that they plaster up on the NASA website, or the news websites that come from NASA, and they take their so-called quote-unquote satellite pictures and render them in all these pretty colors and everything, and you say, oh wow, Jupiter is so beautiful, or, this and that. But who knows what's really out there? Not a big proponent of flat Earth, but wouldn't be surprised if it's truth. Not sure, but wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, so yeah. So I used to have an Edge wallet, and I was using that, and it's a pretty good wallet, soft wallet, and for crypto. And my friend who's been in, he's an OG in crypto. He's been in it for years. He used to mine ETH, and but now he just buys and trades. He games the system. He shorts and longs it, and he's lost money and he's gained money through that. But he knows crypto pretty well, and he recommended that I get an Exodus wallet. I got a Treasure, cold storage. I got a laptop that I do all my crypto with now, so everything is as secure as I think it could be, and I make sure that I have all my seeds and everything, because if you don't have your seed, you don't own your crypto. So yeah, Treasure Model T wallet, cold storage, and I moved to the Exodus soft wallet on my phone, and I don't know. When I bought all my crypto back in early January, I used like 3 different exchanges. I used Coinbase, I used Gemini, and I used Bittrex. I used Bittrex for a smaller purchase that I did back in August to get my feet wet with, and went well, but their rates are kind of high for moving stuff around, and for converting your Federal Reserve notes into crypto. Gemini is supposed to be the lowest. Then Coinbase kind of gets a bad name because there's a risk of getting dirty coins. But when I had some money come available to me where I could make this large purchase of crypto that I made back in early January, I had all kinds of problems with Bittrex and with Gemini, daily limits and stuff like that. But Coinbase was like the path of least resistance, so I got most of my stuff through Coinbase, and then I brought it all down to my my Exodus wallet. I bought like $500 worth of Bitcoin on Gemini and $500 worth of Ethereum on Gemini. I created my account on Gemini on like December 28th of 2020, and sent in all my validation documents and everything, all the stuff they require for validation, passport photo, whatever it is they require. I forget what it all is, but they won't let me touch my Ethereum and my Bitcoin. that I purchased through them. You know, it's like I bought it like $500 of each token, $500 worth of each token, and I can't do anything with it. It's like up to $700-800 per start at $500 of Bitcoin and $500 of Ethereum. Now it's at like $700 or $800 worth of Ethereum and $700 or $800 worth of Bitcoin. I can't do anything with it. I keep getting this message every time I try to withdraw that says, your account is being verified, blah, blah, blah. And I send them emails and everything, asking why my account hasn't been verified yet. And they keep coming back to me saying that their volume is really high right now, so it's taking a long time to verify people. So I'm getting kind of pissed off at them. And I signed up for, I created a Gemini account because one of my OG friends told me, Gemini is good because it's got low fees and, it's secure. But I can't even recommend Gemini to anybody because of my experience. I mean, if they verify me tomorrow and I get my stuff out and start using it and, have some kind of testimony that it's a good service, I would, but I can't at this point. So, I mean, really, most of my successes come through Coinbase and purchasing, and converting my Federal Reserve notes to crypto. So, I mean, I'm not, and Bittrex is pretty good too. So I'm not, although higher fees, I would say, but I'm not, the other thing is like, if you're going from Bittrex, for whatever reason, I can't bring anything from Bittrex into my Exodus wallet for some reason. I don't know why. It doesn't like the BC1 address. So if I have anything on Bittrex, I got to bring it into my Edge wallet first, and then I got to go from my Edge wallet into my Exodus wallet. It's kind of crazy. Got to do a little churning to make it happen, So I don't know why that is, but that kind of bothers me about Bittrex too. So I mean, the only exchange I can really praise at this point is Coinbase, but I don't know enough about Coinbase except for what I've heard. My experience is good, but I've heard that you could get dirty Bitcoins from them or dirty crypto from them or whatever, and you might lose it because of that. So I don't know if that's all true, but I've had the most user-friendly experience with Coinbase. So that's my spiel on exchanges. As far as hodling goes, I guess it was probably about middle of February. So probably about a month ago, I got into an accident with my car. And I was on 78 in New Jersey around Liberty Corner, and it was snowing out, and I was probably going a little too fast. I was making a lane change from the right lane to the middle lane, and there's a little bit of slush in between the lanes. There's a little bit of snow, a little bit of slush, snowing out. And it caught the driver's side wheel of the car and just kind of set me unstable, and went into a spin, and I probably did a 720 or more, maybe 1080 or something like that. It was pretty crazy. I just spun right across the highway and into the left median, which was like a strip of woods, actually, the median. So there's a lot of space in between the eastbound and the westbound lane. And I was going into the tree line, but thankfully, as I was going into the tree line, there was some heavy brush there. that was intertwined together in such a way it was like a net, and it just kind of caught the car. It did still, swipe a tree on the front end and really messed the front end up. Made the car pretty much undrivable, but big story with that. I mean, just the whole idea of, just not owning anything in this world, and being under government's duress, because my car was not blocking the lane at all, and the accident, I didn't get hurt at all, thank God. But as soon as the car stopped, I called my wife to tell her what happened, and then after that, I called somebody to tow me, pull me out of the median and tow the car back to my house. And 10 minutes went by, and they said they were going to send somebody. 10 minutes went by, and the cop pulled up. I said, I don't even want to talk to this guy because I don't need his help. But I said to myself, well, I better talk to him and let him know that I got somebody coming to tow me out, because he might call, their state trooper approved towing or whatever that's going to charge me my firstborn and an arm and a leg to tow me. So I told him, I said, don't call anybody, I got somebody coming. So, when they coming? And I said, well, I call him and find out. So I called the dispatcher. Dispatcher said, yeah, he's on his way, should be there in about 10-15 minutes. So, okay. And about 10 minutes later, the New Jersey State Police towing shows up, and first I went up to the tow vehicle because I thought it was my guy that I called, and it wasn't, I realized. And I'm going to make a long story short. I fought them the whole way not to touch my car, not to touch my property. That was not blocking any lanes. It was not a danger to anybody else, but they insisted on towing me. They charged me $310 to pull my car about 100 feet out of the median back onto the highway so they could get it onto the hook and bring it a half a mile down the road. I argued with them the whole time. The guy wanted to take it to their yard and charge me storage and everything, saying, oh, we're not releasing any cars today, so you'll have to pay for at least a day's storage and everything. And I argued with them tooth and nail. I was calling them slaves and everything in this bullshit system, whatever. But anyway, what ended up happening was I was able to, between me and the dispatcher from my towing company, I was able to get them to drop the car in a parking lot right off the highway and have my guy tow it to my house. So it cost me $310 to go a half a mile and have the thing winched out. It cost me $385 to get the car towed on a flatbed 60 miles. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, this racket that they got going on. So if you ever get into an accident, make sure you do everything you can to get your own towing people to come. Don't let the local municipality call a towing company. Don't let the state police or the county sheriff call a towing company and get you out, because they are going to charge you an arm and a leg. So just a little bit of advice. As soon as you get into the accident, if you're aware you're okay, or even if you're a little bit hurt, if you have the mind to pick up the phone and call a towing service, have your own towing service come. They'll always be cheaper than the one that is on the New Jersey State Police or whatever municipality's list is for towing, because they're going to charge an arm and a leg for being on that list. So save yourself some money. They would have probably charged me like $700 or $800 just for, towing the thing to their yard and keeping it overnight for a storage fee. And I still would have had to pay to get the car towed to my house. But anyway, I was thinking about getting a pickup truck for a long time. It's part of my prepper plan to have a pickup truck, a four-wheel drive pickup truck with 4 doors, so I could fit my family in it and any supplies. if I need to bug out somewhere, wheels fly off the wagon here. And so I was gonna, I have a minivan. I have a Toyota Sienna that my wife drives at, and the car that I got into an accident with was a Hyundai Elantra. But so I was thinking about just cashing in some of my crypto and buy a nice used pickup truck that's in good shape, under 100,000 miles, less than 10 years old, whatever. I called my friend, he's an OG. I was talking to him about, how am I going to, I need to convert my crypto back to Federal Reserve notes. Can you walk me through that? And he's like, you don't want to do that, man. He's like, trust me. And then, he explained it to me. I thought about it, and he was right, man. What am I talking about? Right? I'm gonna cash in my crypto in the middle of February, $20,000 worth, to buy a used pickup truck. In December, that same crypto is going to be worth 2 to 4 times more than what it's worth now. So I'll be paying, $40,000 to $80,000 for a used pickup truck by the end of the year. If I spend, this is the way you got to think, right? You got to hodl, right? You got to hold on for dear life, right? That's what hodl means. Hold on for dear life. So I bit the bullet. Bought a used car, just exactly. The car that I had was, my wife bought it off the lot. I gave her the van, sold my SUV when I got the van, and took her car. So we had that car since it was new, but I replaced it with the same exact car with about 40,000 miles more on it for $1,600 I paid for it. And this thing runs like a clock. I'm driving in it right now. And, I'm really glad that I did that, because I had cash in the bank. I could buy it like that, Really couldn't afford to spend much more, but this thing's a 5-speed too, by the way, and I like driving 5 speeds better. I got more control over the car. But, and I'm so happy I did that, because now my crypto is worth even more. I would have lost money right away. Got to hold on for dear life. It's only going to be worth more by the end of the year, too. So, we can't treat it like an ATM. We got to hold on for dear life and make the banksters pay dearly for the crypto. So that's pretty much what's on my mind today. I'll try to check in with a video maybe after I purchase some Monero. By the way, you can buy stuff with Bitcoin. I mean, I bought my Treasure cold storage with Bitcoin. You can buy so many things with Bitcoin, especially online right now. And if you want to spend cash, you can buy gift cards with Bitcoin at a discount, actually. And you can spend those gift cards wherever you want. So you can buy whatever you want with Bitcoin. But anyway, that's all I got for today. Hope you all are doing good out there. It's the end of the day for me. So if you're going home like I am, hope you find some good relaxation, some time with your family. If you're listening to this in the morning before you go to work or while you're working, I hope you have a productive day. And thanks for listening. And if you like what you hear, hit the like button. Share it with other people. Take it easy. Anarcho Highlander signing off.